everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So today I was thinking, just got off of work and everything, and I don't know if I think into these kind of things a little too much, but I wanted to do a video on the applicators on liquid lips and lip glosses, so the dofa applicators. I have several different brands, and one brand in particular I have noticed has changed their applicators. So I'm going to name all the brands and everything, but I just thought it'd be kind of interesting to see all the different kind of applicators that all different brands have. I have from, let's see, I got drugstore to high-end. And I don't know, this just kind of interested me and intrigued me when I discovered this a little while ago. So I decided to make a video about it. So if you're interested on the different types of dofas, keep on. Okay, so the first brand I'm going to go through is the Anastasia. And the reason I'm doing that is because I just recently got more liquid lips in from them. And I noticed they changed the dofa. And if you don't know what the dofa applicator is, it is this right here. This is the dofa applicator. Okay, so this is their old one. And as you can see, it's kind of just angled here. If you can see that. See how it's just angled and then it's flat. So, and I mean, it gives you a lot of product, in my opinion. So, this color that I'm swatching was one of the first ones I've gotten. And this is the color Caitlin, if you want to know. This is the color Caitlin. And it's coming off kind of red, but it's actually more of a mauve. Then the newer one I got, which was Roxanne, I bought, of course, a lot of the newer collection. All of the 3 new ones she brought out. And this is the new dofa. So, you see what I'm talking about? Why did we change it? Is it because the new one picks up more product? Is it easier to maneuver around the lips? I'm not really sure. So that intrigued me to look at a lot of other things I have in my collection that has a dofa applicator. Kat Von D next. And I only have a few Kat Von Ds. And its applicator looks similar to the Anastasia. It's actually almost identical, but if you can tell, this portion up here is smaller. And I mean, you get a good amount of stuff on there, you know. You're not having to really dip back in. This one's smaller too. So if we compare this to one of the Anastasia, we'll do the old version. Kat Von D's within itself is just smaller. See? You have less of the sponge on the Kat Von D. If you're having to dip into this twice just to get one coat on versus just dipping into the Anastasia once and doing your whole mouth, that makes a big difference. Another high-end, let's do, I only have one Too Faced, and that's the Melted Latex. And its applicator interested me when I bought one because I have never seen an applicator like this. And if you look at it, it's like even a deeper hook right in here. So round and then it's flat. So it kind of like hooks on. And then it's supposed to, I'm assuming, curve your lips better. So pretty much fit form to your lips. And another thing I've noticed, which, let me wipe off the excess. Of course, I gotta get a makeup wipe, knowing me. It's not very flexible. Like, it is, but it's stiff. Which I found this is a little hard to work with, in my opinion. Just because it's stiff. So, the next thing we're going to look at is, let's go into the Smashbox and Buxom. I only have one Buxom, but the Buxom is it looks like this. And it's one of those really small brushes. And I mean, it's just enough to get right on there. Now, Buxom might have more glosses than anything, but the applicators are all the same. It's small with a small slant, and then there's most of your product right there. So it's enough to just do, and you're done. Now the Smashbox, and this is the only one I have. I love this applicator, and for some odd reason, it is so different to me, but I love this applicator. It's a cone in itself, but then it curves, and it's like the perfect curve for your lip. The perfect, and like the whole applicator holds just enough for you to be satisfied and get right in there real tight in those areas right here. Line them lips. Like me, I have a pointy Cupid's bow. Get in that Cupid's bow, define it. Looks beautiful. Love it. Favorite applicator. Love it. Another favorite of mine, and we're almost done with the high end, is, and I know there may be some controversy about this, but is the Jeffree Star. I prefer the Jeffree Star applicators for the simple fact the way he made them is perfect. It is perfect for your lip. You have the nice point at the top to really define and get in there and make a nice line. You have a nice curvature that holds enough liquid for you to do your mouth. And then some. Even flipping it around and getting and back in there for a second layer. It's perfect. His applicators are perfect. I hope he never changes these applicators. I love the Anastasia old version. I don't know if I'm a fan of the new version. But this so far is my best applicator. I love this. Favorite. My last high-end for the liquid lip is a Kylie. I don't have a lot of Kylie. I have more than I thought I ever would because she had a buy one get one free sale. Yeah, I hit that up. And Kylie's, for me, for her formula, is perfect. Because it's a small dofa, but her formula to me is thin enough that you can work with it. So you don't get too much product on the dofa, but you get not too little on the dofa where you have to constantly dip in. Now, if you do have bigger lips, you might have to. But for me, it's perfect. I do like Kylie's. The formula, thin enough for the size of the dofa applicator. For drugstore, I don't have a lot of drugstore. I actually have like 3 of a liquid lip for a drugstore. And the first one we're going to look at is the NYX Lip Lingerie. And to me, this dofa is too long for my preference. This is its dofa. And look how long that is. Now, if you have bigger lips, this is probably perfect for you. But it's thin. It's got just a slight kink to it. Not a lot, just slightly. And it holds quite a bit of product. But for the most part, to me, this is a very long dofa. But it holds a lot of product. And if you're a lady that likes to hold a lot of product on there so she doesn't have to constantly dip back in, then that's perfect for you. The last 2 I have is this, I don't know if I'm going to say this right, is this Koki. And the Koki for drugstore is actually perfect. It's perfect size. Holds enough liquid. The formula's thick enough where it just glides on and you can build it up. You can turn it around on the back side and look, you still got even more. I mean, it's perfect. I like this dofa for drugstore. It's not bad. And then the last one I have is pretty much every girl, almost every girl, not every girl, almost every girl's favorite company because they're decently priced and they're cheap. And if your children get into them, you don't get mad for the simple fact that it's like $4 or $5. ColourPop. ColourPop is one that I'm pretty sure a lot of people have heard of by now because they're cheap enough. And ColourPop's applicators, to me, are perfect for their formula as well. It's the basic dofa applicator. There's the back, and then there's the front. And, of course, it has this nice little slant to it. And you get quite a bit of product on it. To me, perfect. That's enough to cover my mouth. That holds on this doe foot. I like that. So I do like that about them. Now, to move on to the glosses, I'm going to have on this review of doe foot applicators. And if you find this video boring, I'm sorry. But this is one of those things that's in my mind. And it's just like, I wonder if anyone else has ever thought of that type deal. I did, so I filmed it. The next thing we're going to look into is lip gloss applicators. Now, I have a variety of brands. But for the most part, I don't have really any drugstore. I have one, and that is Hard Candy, and that'll be the first one we do. I'm looking, yeah, Hard Candy is the only one I have this drugstore. This applicator was different. So if you've never seen the package of what I'm about to talk about, it's Wet Ever, and it's this kind of packaging, and it's sleek and slim. I believe the Hourglass has something like this, which I don't know any of those. And its applicator is very interesting in my opinion. It has that nice hook just to fit right there. Like, if this is your lip, it has like that nice hook to just coat in one swipe. I mean, just, whoop. I like this. I have 2 of these. I think it's supposed to be like a liquid lip, but it doesn't dry down matte. I wear it on days that I'm not going to go and eat food because I'll lose all that in just one bite. It'll be all over me, and it'll be a mess, and it'll be awful. So, the next ones I'm going to go over is, I'm going to do Jouer, Bite Beauty, NARS, a Chanel, and an Urban Decay. And I'm going to go in exactly that order. So, the first one we're going to do is Jouer, which I'm still new to Jouer. I just got into it. The first Jouer one I ever purchased was this one, and that's the Jeffree Star one because it went to a good cause. So I'm still new to it. The only complaint I have about Jouer, only complaint, and this goes kind of with this applicator thing, this is small. I don't like this because I have big hands, and this is too small. Now the applicator itself to me puts off enough product for my liking. Just make a mess. There we go. So this is okay. I don't like the caps because the caps to me it's just too small to handle. But that's just because I have big hands. But I like that applicator for the lip toppers. I just got to the lip toppers, which I believe that video is already up, about my Black Friday haul. I got more Jouer. I do like their applicators. I'm not a fan of the handle for the applicator, but I do like the applicators. The next one I'm going to do is Bite Beauty, and this is the only Bite Beauty one I have, which I like this applicator as well, for the simple fact it is angled. I mean, just like, look at that, just boop, it's angled perfect. Holds enough product. I mean, look at all that product you get on there. Holds enough product for my liking, and you just glide it on. And it's actually very flexible. So, with that being said, I like that because it's removable if you have difficulty getting like up in here. To me, this is perfect for that because you can get in there and it'll actually flex and form better to your lips. Or if you're like a pusher, like I've noticed that people like push to get stuff on, which I don't understand that, but they do. That wouldn't be good for you. The next one I have, which is probably a cult classic for everybody, is NARS's Orgasm Lip Gloss. And this is the applicator. This is the handle. Love this handle. This is the applicator. I mean, it's pretty small in my opinion. Comparing it to, let's see, let's compare it to one. Okay, so let's compare it to, what? ColourPop, let's be real. ColourPop is like $5. Here's theirs compared to NARS's. Theirs is like 10 times bigger. The little sponge is like 10 times bigger than NARS's. Really, NARS? Come on. We pay this much for a gloss and you give us a dainty applicator. Anyways, but this one, I mean, its exact name is Special Effects. Now, this is not a doe foot. This may look like it, but it's actually a brush. and you brush it on. So to me, this was interesting because I really thought they'd have a doe foot on this, and they don't. They have a brush. And I'm trying to just kind of get a lot of the excess product off so you can see. And I picked this one for that simple fact. It has a brush. So here's the brush. To me, the applicator should have been a doe foot. For the simple fact that sometimes the bristles kind of move, and see how they spread out? They don't stay necessarily point. So if you're really trying to like get in there into like a tight spot, it doesn't really stay at a point. It more or less just fans out, which can be annoying, especially if you're trying to be articulate with your makeup and they give you that crap to work with. That I could get. That I understand of getting annoyed at. They Chanel, and the color is beautiful. It looks like this. It's like, see, look at all that reflex. That is just, it's just beautiful. And its applicator is completely something I have yet to see. Be it drugstore or high-end, like, not bougie high-end, but high-end. And it looks like this. And it's like this fat little thing, and it's got like a curve here and a little bulge here. I don't even know what to say about this applicator, but with the bulgy end, you know, it's really nice. And if you can tell, it really moves with you. And then for me, I'm assuming I would flip it, knowing me. And it fits right on the curve of the lip. And you get all that nice coating. I was not expecting that at all. That was definitely like a... Okay, so I actually forgot about like 3 other brands I have. So we're going to go over those doe foot applicators as well. And the first one I want to do is a drugstore one. And that is the L'Oreal Infallible paints. And its little applicator, which I do like this applicator. For a drugstore, I actually really like this applicator because to me this is a perfect drugstore applicator. I like it. And the curvature of the lips, will love it too. And here it is. This beautiful curvature right here. I love that. And it picks up, look at all that product. It picks up just enough product to do your whole lips. So you just... I mean, and then you can flip it even and just get the rest of that and start up there and just... Perfect. Perfect drugstore application. Love it. Now, I only have 2 of these and I really actually do like them. For the simple fact, if I need something real quick in the day, just bloop, throw one of them on and go about my day. Sorry, I did not know my camera was not focused there. Hope you guys got that. The next one I'm going to do is ColourPop, which I thought ColourPop was a pretty cute one. And try to get some of this excess product off. And the ColourPop one, to me, holds good product. Like, they kind of did a universal shape, and you'll see what I'm talking about. So here's the ColourPop one. Or, yeah, ColourPop. No. The Clinique. What is this called? Pop. Excuse me. The Clinique Pop. So this next doe foot, I think everyone will enjoy from Clinique, from their Pop collection, because of the way the doe foot is. To me, it's perfect. For the simple fact, it holds the perfect amount of product. And it looks like this. And it's legitly just like this little bullet looking type. And see, you can just start. And then you can just rotate it. And just keep going. I mean, what other applicator can I color the back of my hand with that much product? I mean, it's crazy. I do like that applicator. I kind of wish that another company, and they may have a patent on it too, I don't know. I kind of wish other companies would start going with something like that. But some of these I think also have to do with the formulas as well. Like maybe they only put certain applicators with certain formulas. Maybe they have a whole slew in front of them when they're making something new. And they go, we're going to try this, this, and this. And then they pick those out, put it together, try it, and they hate it until they find the perfect one. I really don't know how it works. But that's one way to look at it. Because all these are completely different except for a few. A few of these aren't really different. But I do like the ColourPop one. The next one I'm going to do is MAC. And get some of that excess product off so you guys can really see it. So here's the MAC's Dofa. And these are with the liquid lips and I think they're lip glasses too. I'm not sure. But I do like this. Nice little point. Get right in there and right up there. And then not to whoop across the lips. I do like this. And then the last one I have is Dosa Colors. And Dosa Colors, they got it down too. They got that nice little curve in their Dofa itself and a nice little point to where it's going to produce and put out enough product so that way you're satisfied with your application. But for me, by far, the Jeffree Star is the best. By far. So I just find it really interesting that all these different companies, either some of them pick the same applicator or they all have a different applicator. Some apply better than others. Some are made different just for the formulas fact. Shake it up, I forgot. And I'm going to apply my liquid lip. I'm going to use a Little Mirror handheld. And I'm going to apply my liquid lip. And I'm going to do the shade Christmas Cookies, which is one of his new ones. Freshly pulled out. And we're just going to go in. And note how, see how it curves? See how it just kind of curves? See what? It just sits on the lips so beautifully. And it hugs that little divot, the little divot in the actual Dofa. Just hugs your lips ever so right. And just puts it on there. One applicate, just one, whoop, straight out of the package. No double dipping, no nothing. And I love the way this applies. The applicator is phenomenal in my opinion. Some of the smaller applicators I do have problems with, or I have come across where some of the smaller applicators themselves don't actually cover enough, and they start to come out patchy, which I don't know why necessarily. And I like this color, I mean, don't get me wrong, but I just don't understand why smaller ones like the Kylie. Let's swatch a Kylie. Let's do that. So, okay, there's my Kylie. Take this off. Gotta get my mirror back. Okay, we'll take this off, and then I'll show you what I mean with the Kylie versus this. And typically, I do not take my liquid lips off with a makeup wipe. I actually take a lot of my liquid lips off with olive oil. because olive oil is good for you. Okay, so we got all that off. So we're going to go in, shake it up. And then straight from the tube. And this, mind you, this is a Kylie lip. And this is thinner. Okay, so with the Kylie lip, I still have more product on here. I mean, my lips are pretty good. I still have more product on this dofa. See, look at that. That's how thin her formula is, which makes this dofa perfect because it doesn't matter if you have little lips like me or if you have big lips. To me, this will cover in one application. That's the goal. So that way you're not having to dip back in, try to get more product out, whatnot. But the Kylie is a thin enough formula that dofa fits it. Now, in my personal opinion, I feel sometimes brands we'll just go with that one because it's cheaper. But their formula doesn't quite match, so then you have to like dip back in, touch up, dip back in, touch up. To me, a good application of a liquid lip needs a good and correct pick of a dofa applicator. So some people think that you can just throw any dofa on there. To me, no, you can't. To me, it's an even balance between the proper shape and the proper formula. And once you have those two together, they just go together. I'm trying to think of like a good example of that. Okay, let's do, and I know I'm going to regret this. Let's do the melted because I've had nothing but problems. Like, I don't wear it because I have nothing but problems. The formula is awful. I'm trying to get this Kylie one off. That's the real trick. Got lipstick on my teeth. I probably look like a hot mess. Alright, so we are not going to do a liner, which I already know I'm going to regret this. Alright, so let's get this bad boy started. And I get it's like supposed to be like a thick, tacky type deal, but let's go in. You can feel, I don't know if you guys can see it, but if I'm trying to, see how tacky and stiff the applicator is, and I'm already done. So now I got to go in for a second dip because this is not gonna go well if I don't. All right, so second dip, and we're gonna do the top. Yeah, sticky that is. Alright, so one of the reasons I hate this latex from Too Faced is the formula. I don't mind sticky. That doesn't bother me. But it just goes out of its lines horribly. I've even used a lip liner and it just don't work. And Furthermore, I mean, you've seen how bad the applicator was. Like, the applicator was pulling your lip, because that applicator, in my opinion, does not fit this kind of formula at all. I mean, it's beautiful, don't get me wrong. But in my opinion, I think they need something a little bit stiffer, but not as long, like a shorter dofa, because that's just too much. And it doesn't get all over, but to me it's just not perfect. And another thing I hate about this formula is it gets on your teeth horribly. Don't like that. So, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. I'm trying to do as many videos as I can for a week. I at least try to get at least one video up a week. If not more. It kind of depends on my work schedule and stuff. But if you like this video, comment down below if you've liked any of these brands' different dofa applicators. I know it's kind of like a weird topic, but I actually think it's pretty interesting. And if you guys want me to go into anything different like that, besides just a dofa applicator, if you want me to go into like different kind of concealer applicators, or I do want to do one on beauty sponges eventually. I do want to do a separate video on just beauty sponges, because there's a lot of different beauty sponges out there in the world right now. So, yep. So, that's it. If you guys want to follow me on my social medias, they're linked down below. Go ahead and check those out. And I'll see you guys till next time. Bye!